It's a heavyweight showdown in Charlotte. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC on ABC 4 between Jairzinho Rozenstruik and Jailton Almeida. Rozenstruik, who's looking to finally establish some consistency in the heavyweight division, is coming off a win over Chris Daukaus back at UFC 282, but standing in his way this Saturday is an absolute unit in Almeida. Affectionately referred to as the Jailman on the internet, Jairzinho has essentially used his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, combined it with some Khabib-like wrestling, if you will, with the cross wrist rides, also known as the Dagestani handcuffs, and he's used this rinse, wash, and repeat method to reel off 4 straight finishes since coming through as an underdog on the Contender Series opposite Nasruddinov. At the time of this video, the odds makers in public are heavily siding with Almeida in the neighborhood of minus 550, with the comeback on your underdog Rozenstruik in the neighborhood of plus 400. Now, seeing lines this wide in heavyweight MMA, anything north of 2-1, much less 4 or 5-1, I definitely squint at. I definitely don't blame you for throwing a dart at the underdog for you MMA bettors out there, and for those of us backing the heavy favorite, well, we are certainly tempting the MMA gods at this price. That being said, I do get the distinction and the heavy justification, if you will want to call it that, for Almeida. I mean, this is kind of one of those classic fights that you can still get, only maybe in this division or other divisions perhaps, but one of those classic, striker versus grappler matchups. Rozenstruik, obviously the striker. His patent left hook is great, but I think it'll open him up for takedowns. I say look for the knees from Rozenstruik. Those are going to be potent in this matchup, but not enough grappling improvements, at least for my money, on the Rozenstruik side, which is why I'm going to side with Almeida. I think he's got to get it done in the first round. He might even be the first person to submit Rozenstruik, which wouldn't be a stretch. I think that's just who we've seen him go against. Don't get me wrong. Seeing Almeida, go to Pound Town in round 1 or 2, not a surprise, but I'm going by submission to see pathways for both fighters, and perhaps as well as my main card picks and prognostications on fight day. Well, keep it locked to MMAJunkie.com.